Hi there, Gary Corbett here. What I'm trying to do is record a little bit about something that I'd left a message on Troy Sivan's last video that he uploaded. I believe it was his last one. And that's regarding AIDS. Um, I've been around AIDS since it didn't have a name. I've known a lot of people that have died from it. I've known a lot of people that got sick from it. I know a lot of people that are sick with it. I know people that have had it for 20 years. This is not something that I want to do a quick, simple talk about. What I want to do is try to save some lives and mostly try to save your life. And it's not like I want to scare you. I don't. I don't want to freak you out. I don't want to make you all worried. What I want to do is make you think. And safe sex, more than anything, involves thinking. Because if you think about it, you'll do it right. If you're going to have sex, you don't have to have sex. Sex is nice. Sure, everybody's going to like it. Sometimes you're just not quite old enough to fully understand some of the implications. If you're with somebody and you love them very much, you want to do something for them. So a lot of people think that, well, I'll just have sex with them. That'll make them happy and make me happy. Well, when they say, "Oh, I don't have AIDS, don't worry about it," that's when you have to not only worry about that, you need to worry about them because they don't care about you. If they don't care about you, you don't want to have sex with them. Sex is something that two people who care about each other do. It doesn't necessarily involve love. It involves caring. It's a sharing. You're sharing something with somebody. Among them is bodily fluids. You can wear a condom if you're a male, and that reduces the risk, but it's not safe sex. It's a reduced, or what they call a safer sex, but it's not safe sex. The only real safe sex is no sex. If you don't have sex, you won't catch a sexual disease, except for maybe gonorrhea, which you can catch off a toilet seat. But AIDS, HIV, is not something that you need to worry about as far as catching off a toilet seat, because you can't. I'm trying to find the right position here. I can't edit this. I have to just post it. But here's the deal. In order to stay alive and thrive, you need to consider what you're doing. Bodily fluids. The big scare in the world right now is Ebola. Some people in America are just totally freaked that it's going to come here. How stupid is that? There's, 14,000 people have had it, 7,000 people have died. They're all in Africa. No, it can come here. It can go anywhere. And it's spread by bodily fluids. But it's actually a hard disease to catch also. HIV is a hard disease to catch unless you do certain things. With Ebola, you can touch bodily fluids with your bare hands and you have a really good chance of becoming infected. And that means sweat, blood, semen, vomit. That's why it's so important that that be dealt with where it's starting in Africa, just like where HIV started. It kind of scares me in that HIV started in Africa and spread. It managed to spread initially through gay males because they were the ones that were reporting it. They were showing up in hospitals with diseases that people had never seen. Doctors had practiced for 30 years and never seen that disease. Yet it took a year before they even had a name for it. It took many years before they even had a way to treat it. And all they needed to do was stop it in Africa, and they didn't. So it spread worldwide. I don't have the figures on hand, but I would estimate that there's 80 million people with AIDS in the world. Probably 45 million people have died from AIDS in the world. And the rest of them are hanging on. They're taking hands full of drugs, costing thousands of dollars a day to live. And it's a life that you can live now, but that's 30 years after the fact. So you can leave comments to me and ask me questions. I'll be more than happy to help you. Your local health department will also be happy to help you. Just stop and think. When you were a little kid and you were being taught how to cross the street, remember you were told, stop, look both ways, then cross. Safe sex is the same way. Stop. Look at what you're doing. Then cross. If you're young, think twice, because you may not have the experience you need to make the decisions that you're trying to make. Other than that, have a nice time. Have a good life. I love you all.